Coffee, vinyl, and thrift, the holy trinity of indie. And with all the apparent differences between Western and Eastern cultures, this is one of those shared aspects that reminds us we're not quite as different as it may seem. For example, where one man's trash is another man's outfit, Japan has its fair share of secondhand goods. From Osaka to Tokyo, there's no shortage of vintage shops supplying the thrifty with their secondhand needs. Like in Tokyo's hip neighborhood of Shimokitazawa. Seen by locals as one of the trendiest areas around, this spot serves as a hub for thrift shops featuring fashion from the east to the west, where shoppers can find loads of goods from biker shirts all the way to American Boy Scout uniforms. And while worn in and distressed outfits are a style in their own right, some are looking for a newer, more refined line of fashion. With high-end styles and known designer brands, you can also find that in Tokyo. So Japan has thrift covered. But what's another staple that pulls cultures together? Music. And Japan has that too. From its widespread media to live music venues like a country music bar in the heart of Tokyo that you can see in my previous video. Music consumption is clearly a big part of life in Japan. From daily commutes, walks through the rain, and just driving around with some friends. Japan is like a movie deserving of its own soundtrack. And with all the ways that you could take it in, one method that stood the test of time is vinyl. Tucked away from the bustling streets and up a few sets of stairs, this suite houses a small record shop offering an impressive collection of albums alongside an equally impressive view of the city. With good company and good music on the stereo, this feels like a picture you'd see in the dictionary next to the word cozy. Creating the right environment to shield yourself from the pressure of the streets while you flip through the hundreds of records on display and shop for your Japanese vinyl. But venturing out from the shelter of one of Japan's many music oases, you're reunited with the many neon marquees, occasional street art, and signage that keeps society flowing smoothly. But in addition to the signs, something else I find that keeps things flowing smoothly, something that many of us enjoy together, is caffeine. And what better way to take in our daily dose than a midday sabbatical away from the hustle of downtown, past the historical buildings lining the streets, alongside a peaceful river, in this tiny coffee shop. With the sun shining, a good cup of coffee in hand, and families outside enjoying their time together, it makes for a perfect environment to kick back, relax, and pick up a good book. Because if you keep your eyes peeled on your stroll through the streets, you might stumble upon one of Japan's many hidden gems. Like this bus-turned bookstore, offering visitors a chance to pick up something to read after their visit to a nearby museum. Unless you want some more options that, if you're watching this, you may not be able to read. But that's okay, because there's picture books, and good vibes, and that's what it's all about. That's what these videos are about, and it's really nice having you along for these adventures. So if you want to come along for more, be sure to subscribe, because we got a lot more of these adventures coming up. As for this one we're on, let's reel it in a bit and check out this one-of-a-kind cream puff factory that's the only one in the world authorized to make these themed Studio Ghibli desserts. And after that, let's just go for a stroll.